Hey guys, it's Shawn Ziem, the host for the Network Marketing Insider, where we bring on our guests from affiliate marketing, network marketing, and multi-level marketing, where they share their story of what their trials and tribulations they've had in their past, their successes, some of the processes they might use that allow them to be, moving forward, moving that needle forward every single day. We might talk about mindset, talk about rejection and how to deal with that. Things that you can learn from, guys. And if hopefully you take some notes. And for housekeeping rules, please, the least you can do is share this video, hit that like button, and drop a comment where you're watching us from. Besides hashtag live or hashtag replay, which we always talk about, right? But where are you watching from? If you have a question or you want to ask or entertain something, drop it in the comments as well, because we want to keep the algorithm going and see and help more people. Last but not least, don't forget, always go to the description of this video, or if you're listening to the audio, take a look at the description and reach out to my guest, have a connection, see how they can help you grow your business, your life, move the needle for you. Without further ado, let me bring on my next guest, Rodney Jackson. What's up, Rodney? How are you?
What's up, Shawn? Good to be here. Good to be alive. Another blessed day of life, man. Just loving it.
Man, it's a very much appreciated that you could take some time out of your day. Some people don't take me up on this. I have a lot of people that have, but some people are like, oh, I don't have time. I don't want to share my secrets. I'm like, and I say this a lot too. Like, you tell people how to make $1 million. If they're not going to follow every single step, they're never going to get to it. And that's where they're going to complain about. But we're talking about network marketing, talking about affiliate, multi-level marketing. And I always ask my guests, if you can introduce yourself, who you are, and why you got into network marketing, affiliate marketing, or multi-level marketing.
So you already said that I'm Rodney Jackson. So I'm a Jersey boy. Who I am is so much more important than what I do. So
Yes.
I'm a servant of God. I am a devoted husband, and I'm getting better at it every single day that I practice getting better. I'm a devoted dad, and my affirmations with that is that I'm a phenomenal dad, but I'm working on becoming astronomical, right? So there's some growth there, and I'm about people. I'm in the people business. I don't put myself in a category to say I do this, that. I do whatever to help people. And that could go from my financial. So I'm a financial investor. So I handle people's money when it comes to investment. I'm a financial planner. I do mortgages. I buy real estate. I'm a chef, right? If someone calls me up right now, if Queen Latifah called me up right now, if you're out there listening, Queen Latifah, it's the shout out because my boy Keith Shepard is her bodyguard. So, we all kind of connected. If she wanted me to cater an event for her, I'm going to throw my chef hat because I was a chef for 26 years, and we're going to go make it happen because, like you said, it's all about affiliation. It's all about networking. We're all one community. It's one world. And when we get to the point where we start realizing that we're one family and we treat each other as such, we realize that all of us are in the business of helping each other. That's the business that I'm in. Oh, how I got into the business. Oh, okay. I forgot that. Okay, so how I got into the business is I was a chef for 26 years and my wife got pregnant and we wanted to homeschool our children. This is way back before the pandemic and all. This is going back to 2004. And so I was looking for another job in that industry, but I wanted to keep my schedule. So to make a long story short, my best friend was in mortgages. I did not want to be in sales because I was conditioned that sales is a commission-based business, and I didn't want my life to be up and down based on a sale. So I went to his office on a Friday night, never forget it, and I looked at him right in his eye. I was working 4 days a week, so that's 3 days off. I was working no nights, no weekends, so I had a really cream puff chef job. No one had it in the industry. But I fought for that because I showed my boss that I can do the job and get it right. So he gave me that. And even though all the other chefs were mad, I earned that position and I worked very hard to keep it. So when I went to his office and I seen that it's Friday night, 7 o'clock, he's got all this paperwork. I said, this ain't for me. No way. But he showed me his first check, $16,000 off of one transaction. I said, I don't want to do that, but I can make that if it's part-time. Part-time, started it because I love talking and loved it. Loved the energy. Next year, I made more part-time working 1 day a week than I made a year with my cooking job as a chef. It was a no-brainer for me. And I love the freedom of time. I love the control. So here's what's funny, Shawn. You're going to love this. It's going to tie into everything that we do today. What I thought was not good turned out to be freedom for me. Everything that I wanted was on the opposite side of my own limited knowledge, experience, and thinking. And when I opened the door of learning something, I realized that commission and sales is everything in life. I sold my wife on why she wanted to marry me, and I got to keep selling her every single day why she's still married with me. When I realized that, it opened up the floodgates to me and said, I'm not limited only by my thinking. So that's how I got into the mortgages, started flipping houses, started doing real estate, realized I didn't know nothing about the stock market. I didn't know anything about the stock market. So once I started getting some knowledge on that, that's when I started doing investment advising and got into the financial planning. So now I do, like I said, the mortgages, the real estate investing, the financial planning, have my own team, growing my own team of advisors, life insurance agents, and the whole bit. Hope I didn't go too long.
No, hey, this is on bringing out the value for you, man. So you said some amazing, things there. One I want to hint is the limiting beliefs that people have. They think they, won't be able to achieve what others are doing. They see things on social media. They might see things on TV. And that person has a big house. That person has the cars. Oh, I'll never be able to get to that. And when you already say that, you'll never hit that. You'll never hit the qualification to make that happen because you already put it in your head. It's not going to happen. But adjusting your mindset allows you to open that up. And like Rodney was saying, he's in the people business. And that's what I believe is the most important thing is it should be, how can I help you grow your business? When I talk to people, it's not, oh, you got to buy this. It's this product or this service. No, you have a conversation, you listen, and you see how you can help them. And that's where you're going to be more successful in whatever you're doing because you're putting people first. And I think that's a brilliant idea and a brilliant philosophy to follow every single day. I like that. Yeah, we're always in sales and we sell our wives or significant others every single day. And if you stop doing that, we're going to have some hiccups. You're going to have some problems. And the last thing I know you were mentioning, building a team. Let's talk about that. What are some trials and tribulations you've had with that? What are some hiccups you might have had? And how were you able to make it happen in maybe how long it took you? Maybe it was a struggle. Let's hear about the building of your team currently.
Right. So I started with Primerica in November 2013. And so the people who were surrounded me were all about recruiting and building a team. And so was I, because if you're not recruiting, you're being recruited.
Right.
Or
right.
you already are recruited. I think you mentioned that on the pregame show, that this mindset that people have that, oh, multi-level marketing, everything in life is God is ahead, Jesus, it's all multi-level marketing. So that whole concept where people is just that you're on the bottom side because you're an employee. You're, like you said, no offense, we are the minions. We're not the CEO and owners, but everybody wants to be one. So what I found out is this, Shawn, we don't need a better team. We need a better leader. So I had to look in the mirror, just like I did with my marriage, It's not my wife, it's me. I don't need a new wife. I need to be a better husband. So in my life, that's what I practice. And I track who I am. I track the level that I'm at. So if I'm a 5, I can't attract a 10. Like I can't attract Patrick Mahomes because he's a 10, right? He's a stud, right? Whether you like the Chiefs or not, that guy's a stud, right? Tom Brady's a stud. Tiger Woods, these are studs. You got to get to their level, and you do that through self-development. And so when I started developing me, I started to become a better leader. People want to be around people who are growing, who are about the next level. And that's when I got people to stick with me. And that's when I started getting people to call me up and say, like I had a guy call me yesterday, Rodney, he's my client. I help him financially invest his money, does his life insurance, does his mortgage. He's like, can I join your team? He calling me. I don't have to chase people anymore. But here's the biggest challenge that I face and that people face. We're comparing ourselves to our future greatness. In other words, if you just got started married and you just got married and you got started, is there any comparison to you then and you now, Shawn? You didn't know what you were doing. You had no idea. Didn't mean you didn't love your wife. Didn't mean you didn't want to be married, but you were skillless, right? You didn't have experience. And I think when people get into making their own business, multi-level marketing, starting, because really we're starting a business, we have to develop that skill. When Patrick Mahomes, since we're dealing with him because he is the GOAT right now.
Yeah.
When he was young, when they put a football in his hand, was he the guy that we watch today? He wasn't that guy. He became that guy. That's the secret sauce, Shawn. If there's nothing that people are going to get out of this, the secret sauce is the process to become great. Not finding a great business, not finding a great product. None of that stuff saves you. That's why people can win the lottery. They can do this, but they still end up broke. Because they didn't become rich up here. They didn't work for it. They didn't get into the process. You see, I deserve to win because I did the work in the dark so that I can shine in the light. I deserve to win. I deserve to have the $1 million clients. I deserve to have the $1 million partners because I put the work in. But people want the business to be better than them. Ain't gonna ever happen. You got to become better than your business, and you'll attract great business. Not just one, but multi-level business. You look at Steph Curry, the guy got everything going on, right? Because he became great. You look at Hart, right? Kevin Hart. You look at Jamie Foxx. You look at Steve Harvey. You look at Mike Strahan. Why do they have many platforms where they're great at? It's because they became great and then all that opened up to them. And so there's a lot of tribulation and work, but let me tell you something. It is much better on this side because you're going to get hard anyway in your life. You're going to get failure in your life anyway. You might as well fail getting great than fail on something that is not even worth it at the end of the day. Like people staying at their jobs. Are you kidding me? That's prison. That'll never help you to become great. My daughter has a plaque on my desk that said, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. See, people need to be aware that you need to change if you want a great life. Now, if you want to live average, ordinary, then go ahead with that. I'm not knocking that. But I know that God put me on this planet to be great and to be special. And I know that's what people want showing up in their life. They don't want average and ordinary. Nobody is going to surgery saying, give me that average doctor.
Yeah, the C one. Yeah.
yeah. Give me that guy, right? You know, nobody goes and buys something and says, yeah, give me something that's okay. No, you want the best and you want receipts and warranty with that, right? But we don't want to become the best. So I had to get to that point to realize that if it was going to be, it was going to be up to me. I had to put the work in. And I am so 100% okay with that. And it is so good on this side of it because I know that I deserve it because I did the work. I took the hits. I did those things so that when I show up at Shawn's event like this, I can pour out to people because I know how it feels to lose, because I lost before. But those losses were actually gains because I paid the price and learned the lesson. And now I'm living the blessing from that lesson. And I think that people got to get over that, over themselves. You're going to fail forward. Don't be afraid of it, because it's just going to make you better for the future.
Man, I love that. And I agree with you. If you are, I had some friends of mine recently. I'm 48 years old, married for almost 10 years. Second time, finally found the right one. The buddies of mine were like, "Oh man, I'm not sure if I'll be able to find my, that significant other." And I'm like, "Listen, and look what you just said. When you focus on you and developing you, your woman, your man, whatever you're into, will be coming and knocking on your door." Because just like business, when you start changing and you become a leader, and you become leaders by getting mentors, having coaches, reading books, listening to podcasts, actually taking action on the things that you're learning. People say, I went to this webinar, I went to this conference, went to this, I went to Tony Robbins, I went to all these big, motivational things. What did you do after? What did you do the next day? Did you follow up with anyone? You just went there. You were just existing. Don't exist. Actually put some time in. And like Rodney was saying, put the work in. He took the hits. And now here's the question. We had some success. He's doing well now. How can you talk about a failure you had in your past that you learned from that would really hit home with some people today in multi-level marketing from the beginning when you started your team, your business, something that kind of stuck out? You're like, people need to know about what has happened in my past, but just so you know, this is where I'm at because of I learned from my lessons.
Right. So make sure we go back, Shawn, and talk about reading books and self-development. Make sure we go back with that, because we cannot leave without giving people the secret sauce. We have to talk about self-development and reading books. And how many books am I reading right now? Okay. So I think my greatest failure that I could talk about in business was failing to capitalize on relationships, being transactional. Because when you get into this type of business and you're around the energy of recruiting and everybody's excited and we're all reporting our numbers, you start to lose out on building relationships. And we kill the relationships that we introduced to our business in the beginning, which makes it hard for us to serve people once we develop and understand this. Fortunate for me, very fortunate, that I had 10 years in mortgages first. I had pedigree. So I came with something that people could identify, but you don't need that. You can develop that. You already have it in you. God has already provided all the tools. We just have to develop those tools, right? Just like a baby walking, right? Think about it, Shawn. Does the baby have the ability to walk? Yes, but they don't come out walking, do they? They have to learn how to balance, stand, crawl, fall. And then eventually they can walk and they can run, right? It's no different in business, right? We have to develop those things, but we already have the tools though. Like Jeff Bezos has the same tools that I have. So when I see him shining, I'm like, I can do that. I can do that because all the things that he has is what I have. Brain, ability to connect with people. I think about Bill Gates, and one of his posts, he said that I contacted, let's say 1,500 people. Out of those 1,500 people, I invited them to a meeting. Bottom line was only 7 showed up. And from that 7, he made Microsoft. Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs, Look at these guys, right? They started with one. So they had a relationship, and I didn't build enough relationships in the beginning with some great people because everybody's great. And if I could go back and what I'm doing now moving forward, I'm more concerned with meeting people and helping them. You mentioned it earlier, where they're at. And if they don't want to join the team now, how can I serve them? How can I help them? Maybe they don't even want any of my services. It's okay. But still, how can I leave them better? How can I keep that open? And asking people for help and presenting my services and opportunity, not hit or miss, not, oh, if you don't join my team or buy something, we're out. We're not friends anymore. Like getting out of that mentality where it's transactional, but more in the mentality, hey, I need your help, Shawn. I've been your buddy for years. I really want to do this business. And I need contacts. I need connections. Let me clearly show you what I do, how it helps people. And if you see something you like, fine. But at least now you're aware of what I'm about. And trust me, Shawn, when you give me your friend, I'm going to treat that friend so nicely. He's going to call you up, Shawn. And he's going to say, Shawn, man, you hooked me up with Rodney. He took care of me. I love you for that, Shawn. Thank you so much. That's what I didn't do in the beginning. And so I didn't get multiple referrals where people could have referred. And my business would have been a gazillion times quicker, better, than it was. But that was the part of the learning curve that I had to endure until I get to that point now where it's like, now I know how to take care of people. You know what I mean? I want customers for life. I want friends for life. I want relationships with people. Now people call me, they rolling over $500,000. I don't even know the person. Literally, never met them in person. Had no idea. And now they would say, here, Rodney, because so-and-so said that you are the guy I can trust. That didn't come overnight. It came in time, but that was a painful lesson because had I known that in the beginning, had someone set me down and said, slow down. It's not how many people you connect with, but it's how well you connect with them. So if I could have learned that lesson, I would have been further ahead.
Right. Hey, and a shout out, talk about relationships and why we even connected was from Wayne DeCoteau, your partner in solar. He and I have known for many years. He's been in my in-person events I've held. Amazing person. We meet up once in a while, have our coffee, or we have some lunch. And I'm always asking, and we always connect, and we listen to who we're with. And it might, just like Rodney's saying, it might not be for us. It's going to be who we can connect someone else to. And that's what I want people to understand too. And that's what changed my mindset for my insurance business, because I changed my name to the Connection Machine, AKA the Insurance Doctor. Because if I can help you grow your business or change your life, you're going to remember me for insurance. So I don't have to ask her for that. So with the network marketing, the affiliate marketing, and I like what you were saying. If everyone that's watching right now, and you'll see it in the future, if you listen to your friend, just share their opportunity. You don't have to join it. Just share the opportunity. Go through an event, listen to what was going on so you can understand. Maybe you are listening to someone else that is, financial services. Data storage. Maybe they're in health and fitness. I got a guy. And be that person. And then maybe when you're having these conversations and it happens, man, I just recommended 1, 2, 3 people to Rodney. Maybe I might want to join his team and I can actually get a piece of it. Maybe I want to get involved with working with Shawn because I just sent over 4 people to talk about data storage. Wait, what's data storage? And they go into detail about it. This is where people, if you listen to what we're saying and apply, you'll have more success. But if you just let it go in one ear and out the other and don't take action, that's where you're going to go wrong. I want to end on, and this is something I want people to really zero in on. Rodney, what is something that you, either one or two things that you consistently do that will bring in more opportunities that you found in most recent years because of the failures from the past?
Wow. So in 2024, I made a commitment that I was not going to drink alcohol for the whole year. I have a saying in my house: in order for you to pick something up, you got to put something down. I don't never consider myself as an alcoholic or anything like that. But I looked at myself as a 61-year-old and I said, what can I cut out of my life? And that was one of the three things. What could I add onto my life? And it was working out every day. No excuses. Self-development. So already finished one book this year, about to finish another book this year. So reading 3 at right now. 1, 10 mistakes that investment advisors make, by one of the greatest in the United States, Howard Lashner. He's 3rd in the country in assets under management every year.
Damn.
3rd. And he's one of my coaches. And I read his book because I want to follow the goats, right? So I read his book because that'll help me to become a goat and to better serve people, because that's what it's all about. That's what his book is all about. It's not about making money. Helping people, you'll make money. You don't help anybody, you ain't gonna make any money. So you just put that out of the way. And then going right back to what I was saying, when I became better, all of a sudden my relationships with my clients became better because I started thinking about ways I can help them. So give you an example. I was over at a client's house the other day. They just bought a brand new stove and the stove was whack. It didn't sit right. So I ended up calling the company and spending about 5-10 minutes with the person trying to fix it. And they finally got it all fixed and squared. She called me this morning and said, thank you. I don't know what I'll do without you. That's the key right there. I got their whole
little
family.
Extra.
Yeah. Pro bono is what I call it. But to me, that's more opportunity. When you do that, you become the guy. Shawn, you mentioned it earlier. You become that guy. And that is a key no matter what. Go help people. Go look for ways to do nice things for people. Don't always call them for business. Call them up, see how they're doing. Listen, if you don't contact people, guess who's going to contact them? Someone else. Just because they're not buying from you, they're going to buy from somebody. You have to stay on them. You have to have a follow-up system. You and I talked about it earlier. I'm working on my social media side. I don't have the time, but as long as it gets done. So my wife and I, now we're going to have a person that just contacts all of my clients because I can't physically contact them. It's just not enough time in the day. So delegate. So I'm delegating. Call them up. Say, Mr. Jackson would like to meet with you. Set the appointment on Calendly. I'm in, right? So that's where I'm at right now. Those are the mistakes that I made that I wish I didn't make, was specifically doing the extra, right? The little bit more where there's nothing monetary, is just because you're that person. And people want those types of people to do business with them. Because at the end of the day, think about it, Shawn. I'm handling people's life insurance, their investments, their estate planning, their mortgages. These are the biggest decisions that people are making in their life. Who do they want to trust them with? That guy who's going to go a little bit more, whether they're in my presence or in absence. Maybe they're dead. Now I'm taking care of their grandchildren, their children, right? I'm that guy. So,
Guys, if you didn't get anything from this conversation, I don't even know. You weren't even paying attention. So I appreciate you, Rodney, for taking some time out of your day to drop these gems for everyone, for me as well. I get motivated. I get fired up. This is more for me too, because I get inspired by someone else, another person to build a relationship with. Guys, if you've never done video before, never did podcast before, what we just did here is what a start of a relationship, because your friends, Rodney's friends, are going to get to know who I am, and my friends are going to get to know who Rodney is. And I kind of tell all my friends, I kind of train them. If I'm doing a collaboration with somebody, you have to know them. And how do you figure that out? Go to the description, see his phone number. I'm not even putting on the screen. I want people to do some work. I want you to get his email, do something to connect with him. Everyone's like, I don't know who to call. I say, I have tons of people on my YouTube channel. I've done this before. My past ones are there. Call them. Reach out. That's what we're doing this for, to help those people. So, Rodney, we appreciate you. Stick around for a moment. Everyone else, we hope that you don't forget to hit that share button.
I got
take a look at a couple of these.
Thanks, Shawn, for what he's doing, because it's a special person who's doing just for the benefit of others. So thank you, Shawn, for creating this platform. I would love to come back and get into some specifics about the financial planning and putting their plan together, where they want to join us or not in business. But we all need a financial freedom plan. We all do. And we need to be starting that yesterday. So thank you, Shawn, for this platform, and definitely going to be visiting you more, my brother.
You got it, Rodney. Stick around for one moment. Everyone else, we hope you have. And don't forget, look at the playlist, share this video. And I'm here to help you, motivate you, and inspire you. Have an amazing rest of your day.